in entrepreneurship, once you identify the need, how do you identify your why? Right? Why I want to pursue entrepreneurship or why I want to solve this problem?
I think why has to come first.
Okay.
They say you start with why. I mean, that guy I'm very fond of, Simon Sinek, right? His thing is you always start with why. First is why. Why you want to do X versus Y or A versus B. First you need to start with that. Like earlier today, you were asking me about starting a company and, versus let's say taking up a job for some time. That you would think why. Why this or why that. That you have to start with why. Then comes the next thing. Suppose you conclude that you want to do a startup or why you want to do a startup. You figure that out. I want to just do this, and you're able to get everything else in your head rolled around that, and then you proceed on that. Then of course, why this versus that, right? Why, let's say, a problem A versus problem B. But first your why you want to do this. Because if you can solve that problem, if you can figure that out, you will have the stamina, you will have the persistence to be able to carry it through.
How to identify that motivation force of motivation? Because a lot of people have seen Shark Tank and their perception is, we'll take an idea, build a small company out of it, pitch it to the sharks, get investment, and then moj. How do you change that perception? And what was your driving force and your motivation behind starting MSIS?
See, perhaps I'm sure there's someone who may have done the analysis how many companies who got funded even in some place like Shark Tank actually succeeded. Actually, if you think about it, a lot of companies we hear around us, they never got funded in Shark Tank, right? Shark Tank has created more awareness of kind of things people can do, right? Kind of things which can get funded. It's a good thing actually, right? Because many people, even to me, come up with ideas which are not fundable. See, for idea, it's not that you're doing a business and it has to be funded. No. I mean, you have to figure out how the guy is going to make money, how you're going to make money, how the guy is going to make return on his investment, right? I mean, prior to Shark Tank, nobody had that. And I used to get many ideas which are just like, because I came up with the idea, so it must be good and you should fund it. Meaning how the whole business is going to be built. So by them asking questions, these guys are very successful entrepreneurs and they are asking right questions though.
ये market size कितना बड़ा है?
आप इस category में how will you win?
तो working capital कितना लगा हुआ है इस business में भी?
And many times, I mean, business ideas which got presented there were similar to the ideas which got presented to me and I didn't fund and they also didn't fund. So one friend of mine was telling me this, you mentioned this idea, it got funded, it went there and they didn't fund it. I said, I told you the reason they may have given, I don't watch that, but the reason they may have given was similar. This is a feature or this is not scalable. These are some of the things that, in any business, for it to get funded, it has to be scalable, right? Because how it's going to become business? If it's a problem for 5 people, 10 people, it's not going to be a business, a viable business, right?